welcome to another stream. Today we're going to be talking about Clone Wars Season 6. Yeah, be pretty fun. Yeah. All right. Before we get into Clone Wars, there's a few things I would like to talk about. First, though, hello, Andrew. Always nice to see you in chat. But first, I would like to do something real quick. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and I was thinking to celebrate, I want to do a stream where I answer a bunch of questions. There'll be some other stuff, but I primarily want to get some questions. So I put out this little post on the community tab. So if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, they do not have to be Star Wars related. Go ahead and put them. Comment on this post, please. But you could also, if you want, you could comment on this live stream, and I'll pull them from here too. But yeah, I would like to collect as many questions as possible and then answer them in that stream. Yeah, and I'm 5 away, so the stream isn't going to be too far away. It's probably about a week and a half. Something like that when I'll probably do the live stream. So yeah, you don't have to, but it would be kind of cool, and hopefully we can get several questions. So all right, well, I got that out of the way. I think we'll try and think of something to ask. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and there's no limit. If the same person asks 5 questions, they'll probably get all 5 answered, unless they're duplicates. But yeah. All right. Well, with that out of the way, let's get into Star Wars, or let's get to Clone Wars Season 6. All right. So this season is, it's 13 episodes. It's about half of the other seasons because of Clone Wars getting canceled. But this batch of 13 is an interesting group, as we'll see. So the first arc or storyline is I don't know how you the 5/Order 66 arc, where we kind of explore the idea of the chips for the clones. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Clone Wars a few times. Every time I've seen this arc, I just remember I really like this arc. But getting into the expanded universe and exploring the Clone Wars and the books and stuff like that, you see that the clones, they don't have the chips per se. They're just they're just I guess they're programmed to follow orders. So I don't know. I mean, I know that chips is a divisive topic amongst fans. Again, before I would say I didn't mind chips, but now it makes you think, like, do I like the chip idea or do I prefer? And I honestly, I don't know. I don't hate the chips because like, yeah, because sometimes, like, clones and Jedi could have formed a friendship that is a little hard to believe that they would betray that. But I guess if they're following orders and they're kind of programmed to do that, they would do that. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think I still like the arc, these episodes, but I don't know if I like them as much. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I do think it is a pretty good start to the season. Like, wow, that's a pretty heavy hitting storyline. So that's pretty cool. And then I think it goes down just a little bit because next is a 3 episoder. 3 episodes, right? 2, 1, 3. Yeah. Clovis comes back and yeah, and we get kind of more of the banking clan, and Count Dooku is still trying to, make Clovis do things. So basically, at the end of this arc, the Republic takes over the bank as Clovis, who the banking clan had elected to um, be in charge of it, take over or whatever. That obviously it was proven that he was helping the separatists because of Count Dooku and all that background stuff. So yeah, and you see Anakin get mad at him again, and I think these are the 3 episodes where he beats the crap out of Anakin or Clovis. No, this is the one where they're on. I think it's Scipio. It's like a wintry planet, and Embo is chasing after the. Yes, that's yeah, that's a neat little thing. So yeah, it's okay. Then the next 2 episodes are probably. Oh no, they're not my favorite, but I really like these 2 episodes. It's the one with Mace Windu and Jar Jar Binks on this little adventure, helping the Tagoyan, I think, people, because Jar Jar has relations with the Queen, which is interesting. But yeah, I think their juxtaposition, Mace Windu is this very serious, not really a humorous person, with Jar Jar Binks, who he's a walking clown, is kind of interesting. This is probably my favorite part with Jar Jar in it in Clone Wars, and probably Star Wars in general. Yeah, I like because the episodes are it's kind of like Temple of Doom, but in Star Wars. It has that vibe, which I don't mind. I like that. I think it's cool. So yeah, and then next is a single episode where basically Obi-Wan and Anakin are investigating Sifo Dyas's death, and they find out that, who is Tyrannus? Oh, it's Count Dooku. Neat. So yeah, that sums up that. It is interesting to learn more about that, like Sifo Dyas, because I don't think he's a character that really gets a whole lot of time to shine. Um, he's always in the background, or he's a very, very, very side character, because I think he's in Plagueis a little bit, because when you have like Dooku and some of the other Jedi, and they meet with Plagueis at parts of the book. Yeah, Sifo Dyas is there a couple of times, and so yeah, it is interesting. And then the last 3 episodes are what I'm calling Yoda's adventure. Basically, this is kind of exploring, like, getting Yoda to the point where he's going to do the Force Ghost stuff and become a Force Ghost. I think that's the point of this um, arc. I like it. It's weird, but it doesn't bother me. Um, so yeah, it's cool to have Liam Neeson come back and voice Qui-Gon Jinn again. It's always nice as a partial Force ghost, a voice, I guess you could say. So that's kind of cool. And it is cool to have a Yoda adventure. He doesn't always get an adventure to do, so it's nice that he has that. All right, this season has so much promise. Had so much promise. Yeah, I'm okay with either stance. The Clovis and the Yoda arcs are by Christian Taylor were the best of season 6 in my opinion. Yeah, not too bad. I overall I actually think this season is pretty good. I don't think there is a dud of an arc, but you might not like the Jar Jar and Mace Windu episodes. Um, but yeah, yeah, and there's some cool stuff in the Clovis arc. For a change, the Jar Jar episodes weren't too bad. Yeah, I actually don't mind them. Yeah. An interesting. No, the Mark Hamill voice story. Oh, that's right. Yes, he did. Yeah, that's right. You see a, a spirit possessing this tomb on Korriban, or I think they call it Moraban in the episode for some reason because we have to change the name, which is dumb. And at Moraban, Korriban, like why did you? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, cool. That's a neat little Easter egg. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this season's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't have a lot of I don't really have any issues with it. Um yeah, and for a long time that this was basically the end of the show. And then we got season 7. So yeah, and I'm very interested to see if my opinion has changed on season 7 from when it very first came out. Because, getting into the EU, it changes your perspective, at least for me, on the TCW on the Clone Wars. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be kind of exciting. Although the middle arc, that won't be. That's still bad. But yeah, so yeah, pretty good stuff. And I still want to see the arcs that they didn't make. All those unfinished arcs and things like that. I would still like to see them. Because I'm curious. Um, some of those ideas I think were really good ideas that I think would have made some good episodes. Um, yeah, would have been cool because I think there was one where you had Boba Fett and Cad Bane and they were doing a mission together and stuff like that, and it ends with like a shootout between the two, which is cool. Which I do think would have led to Cad Bane dying. Yeah, it wouldn't have been like in Book of Boba Fett where they do have a shootout and they shoot at each other and because Cad Bane is not dead. I mean, come on, this is Disney Star Wars. They like to bring dead characters back all the time. It's a very common, but yeah. So yeah, and then there was one where with the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk with Yoda, and we would have explored, I think, some of Wookiee culture and gone on a little adventure. And I do think they took those ideas for that unfinished story arc and they used it in the Bad Batch in I think it's season 2, the one where they go to Kashyyyk and help Gunji, the little Wookiee Padawan, or I guess he's a youngling, whatever. They take him home and we kind of have a Kashyyyk adventure. So yeah, I would have liked to see it in its original form, though. That would have been cool. So yeah, some interesting stuff. There was even a Yusan Vong uh, storyline in those unfinished episodes, and who knows what they would have done with that. So, but yeah, all in all, a very interesting season. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to say about season 6. I don't think covered got the chips, Clovis, yeah, banking clan, all that. Mace Windu and Jar Jar Binks. Oh, yeah. I guess the one thing I don't like about the Mace Windu and Jar Jar episodes is that it basically ended up being Mother Talzin as the I don't know the big bad of the 2 episodes, which is to me it just didn't feel necessary. I would have rather have had a new entity. Like yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Cypher, yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, Yoda's adventure. Yeah. bunch of good stuff. All right. Well, I think that's it from me. All right. So, yeah, unless the chat has anything interesting to say, I think we'll have a nice short live stream today. So, yeah. But, yeah. Well, while we're waiting for, what do we have here? I'd have liked to see the original version of the story arc that was repurposed for season 7 with the Marta. Oh yes, however that was originally supposed to be. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that. I don't think the Martez sisters were in it. I think they came about. They were invented later, so we wouldn't have had the annoying Martez sisters. So that's a plus. That automatically makes that original version better because yeah, that would have been interesting to see. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. I mean, they could have done. I mean, they have the Crystal Crisis on Utapau episodes, which you can watch on the Blu-ray version of season 6. You can see the unfinished version of it. I actually think it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I really wish season 7 was 5 arcs. You have the 3 that we already have, plus the Crystal Crisis on Utapau and the Son of Dathomir. So, because it helps explain how Darth Maul got from being captured by Palpatine to in charge of the Mandalorians again. Like, because that kind of just comes out of nowhere unless you, yeah, know that story. So I think if we would have got those 5 arcs, I think season 7 would have been a pretty good because Crystal Crisis, I mean, it's on Utapau. It actually has General Grievous being a threat. He kills a Jedi. Um, yeah, he's menacing. It's a fun adventure on Utapau, an interesting planet. Yeah, yeah. And then the Son of Dathomir, the Darth Maul storyline. We get Dooku battling Grievous. No, we get Maul battling Grievous, Count Dooku, all sorts of stuff. We find out that Mother Talzin is Maul's mom. So, bunch of wild things. They replaced a teenager called Nix and Lando Calrissian, I believe. Oh, was Lando supposed to be in that? That's interesting. Is he a teenager in the Clone Wars? He's not that old. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I knew it was some guy that they replaced, but I didn't know his name. But yeah, and Lando. That's interesting. All right. Well, I think that's it for this stream. So yeah, again, you know, I'm doing a stream in probably about a week and a half or so, depending on things, and for 500 subscribers. So yeah, ask questions. Uh, yeah, and I can answer them. All right. Lando was a father figure for Nix. Really? Hmm. Okay. Well, and with that, I think we'll end with this stream. So, thank you to everyone who had watched, uh, and thank you to Andrew Helm for asking questions. And as always, it's always nice. Uh, Helps keep these live streams interesting. So, thank you for that. And yeah, until next time. Oh, one last thing before I go. I will be doing a live stream on Quinlan Voss's channel on this Thursday. I believe the time is 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So translate to your various time zones. So Yeah, we will be talking about the Star Wars Essential Legends Collection Wave 12 and kind of looking at the covers of that and stuff, which I believe is Scoundrels, Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, and Force Unleashed 2. So if you're interested in that, it's on the channel Quinlan Voss on Thursday. So, yeah. All right. And now with that, I will say thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.